All right, Mike Heck here from MMAfighting.com, and these are my UFC 305 main card predictions. Let me warn you and prepare you ahead of time. I am wrong a lot, and there's a great chance I'll be wrong with some of these picks, so feel free to fade away. It's not a terrible idea on your part, but let's get into it with these picks. Dricus du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya. Big main event for Perth, Western Australia. DDP's first title defense. Israel Adesanya has returned to the octagon for the first time in nearly a year. This fight is fascinating on its own merit, but most of my questions are obviously on the Adesanya side. He's got a lot of mileage on him, a lot of fights. He's not a young man anymore, but I think the time away was probably good for him. And this is a coin flip fight for me. This is 50-50. Who can implement their game plan? Can Israel Adesanya keep things in open space? Can he stay away from the cage? Can he keep from being on his back foot? And if he does, will it be enough with the awkward, aggressive, but kind of tactical style of DDP, one that he doesn't get a ton of credit for? And I think both sides can take some things away from their recent fights with Sean Strickland. We talked about the X's and O's more so on other programs. My pick is Dricus du Plessis by decision and an absolute banger. I think this fight is better than advertised, but give me DDP to sort of grit and grime his way through. For the watch party, the bets we have there, I have a point spread bet on the challenger. Israel Adesanya, got him at plus 135, plus 5.5 points. Co-main event, we have Steve Erceg fighting at home against Kai Kara-France. Erceg's coming off of a great showing against Alexandre Pantoja. He was this close to winning the flyweight title, and KKF is just an absolute gamer. Man is tough as nails, but it's his first fight in over a year. Erceg's entire UFC run has taken place since Kai Kara-France's most recent fight with Amir Albazi, which is absolutely wild to think about. I think this fight's going to be fantastic. I think Kai is quicker, but I think Erceg is the more powerful striker. I think most of this fight's going to take place on the feet. In the end, give me old Vinny Siggs by decision, but man, a lot riding on this one for both guys. Featured bout, lightweights, best division in the sport. We got Mateusz Gamrot taking on Dan Hooker. Gamrot almost the forgotten guy in this division, and what an opportunity for Hooker. First fight since the Jalen Turner win at UFC 290 13 months ago. Went back and rewatched that fight a couple of days ago. It is absolutely insane. And if you're Mateusz Gamrot, this kind of sucks for you, right? You were the backup fighter for a title fight last year, and now you have to fight this far back in the rankings as a top 5 guy and against an absolute dog who can weather a storm like no other and make you pay for it. I think this is going to be real interesting to watch as it plays out. Hooker can make a big statement here and become a top 5 guy. Probably has the most to gain on this entire card outside of the main event. But boy, he's got his hands full with the grappling machine that is Mateusz Gamrot. Pick is Gamrot via decision and an absolute war of attrition. Second main card fight of the night, Tai Tuivasa versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik. The heavyweights getting after it. This is the type of fight for both guys that they both like. No more grapplers, no more grinders. Let's get these two dudes in there to do what they do best, that is stand in the pocket and just chuck hands and feet as hard as you can. Tai needs this one badly. Long losing streak to get some sort of positive traction back. And this is a fight he can win because I don't think Rozenstruik's going to shoot for any takedowns. In fact, I don't think he shot for any takedowns his entire UFC career. Wouldn't be shocked to see Rozenstruik win here. But Tai fighting in Perth, that crowd is going to be electric for him. So for funsies' sake, give me Bam Bam, first round knockout, gets his shoey on. I also have for the watch party a Tai Tuivasa by KO, TKO bet for the watch party at plus 260. Main card opener, we get the return of the Leech, Li Jingliang taking on Carlos Praches. The odds makers seem to have forgotten who the Leech is. Dude has always been solid, always been very fun in this welterweight division, but he's coming off of a nearly 2-year layoff and a devastating injury to boot, and Praches has looked like an absolute demon out there. Now, I don't want to Michael Bisping this thing and jinx it, but I have a hard time believing this one hits the cards with these two. What a moment it would be for Li Jingliang to come back after everything he's gone through. I just think I just got too many questions here. I think the long layoff, the injury recovery, everything about it, just a lot. So my pick is Carlos Prates by knockout in round 2. I also have a bet on this fight not going to the 3rd round. There you have it, my quick predictions. I'll probably put up great baseball numbers, maybe Hall of Fame baseball numbers, but in the prediction game, probably not very good. But hey, this is all for fun. Let us know your picks in the comments. And join GC, the great Connor Burks, and I for the UFC 305 watch party tonight, 9:45 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel. And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, let's have some fun tonight. Let's enjoy these fights. Let's go.